I think before the actual outcome of the vote, I don't think people are going to put on fresh positions, irrespective of what the opinion polls say.
So we're in a holding pattern right now?
I think so, yeah.
If it is remain, let's stress test that. 150 on cable is as good as we get in terms of testing new highs?
I think we'll definitely see new highs for the year for sterling. 150 looks like a reasonable level, but the markets might overreact in the short term. So it's possible that we see a sharp move higher, even above the 150 level, and then we settle somewhere around the 150 mark, which I think the market is now looking at as fair value for sterling.
You make some very interesting calls on a leave decision. If it comes to that on Thursday, cable gaps down sharply, as does euro. Japanese yen gaps higher, with a break below 100 for dollar yen. That is going to ring the intervention bells hard at the Ministry of Finance in Japan. But the problem that they have is that their hands are tied.
Yeah, well, definitely. As if there is a Brexit, it's going to be a massive risk-off kind of environment. And as a result of that, Japanese yen should strengthen. Now, it's not going to stop at 100. We think the markets are definitely going to push dollar yen below 100, which will again raise the question mark, at what point does intervention happen? And as we have heard from even the finance minister earlier today,
as you point out.
Exactly, the bar is quite high and they need some sort of coordinated activity. And it's probably going to be a coordinated intervention with the US coming in as well, because if Nikkei falls a lot, that's negative for risk assets across the world. And I think for policymakers, especially in the developed world, it will be very important to send a strong signal to the markets that everything is okay, don't panic.
Implications for the dollar, because remain means that the market could very well reprice in favour of a July rate hike if the payrolls are moving in the right direction, right? And if we see upward revisions from the previous shocker of a number. Yeah,
exactly. The number of ifs. So assuming a remain happens, assuming payrolls are even modestly better than the last number, I think markets will definitely start repricing Fed rate hike expectations. They're extremely low now. For the entire year, for the rest of the year, it's only 13 basis points priced in. So I think an aggressive repricing of expectations can happen, which should be positive for the dollar.